Hi guys, this is Ratchet and we are playing Criminal Case Supernatural Investigations, and we are going to case number 22. We are going to Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls, USA. I can't decide how to pronounce it. In Croatia we would say Niagara, just like that. I've always wanted to visit Niagara Falls, Katarina. The honeymoon capital of the world. True. But now that we are here, tracing the identity of Arthur Darkwood's fallen demon demon accomplice, it doesn't feel so romantic. We hardly know anything about Ratchet's human identity, except that he was known as the Pilgrim when he was hiding on the East Coast in the 1990s. Arthur says it was Ratchet who made and hid the 5 keys that can open the cage holding the demon queen captive in the netherworld. The evil demons already have 4 of these keys, and if we don't find the last one before they do, all hell will literally break loose. That's why we've come to the Niagara region, an area marked on Ratchet's map. The region is notorious for being one of the most haunted places on Earth. Thousands of lives were lost here during bloody battles fought over the centuries. The locals even celebrate its spectral reputation by throwing an annual supernatural ball. It's a long shot, Katarina, but it's a logical place to start our search. Take Luke with you to that supernatural ball and see what you can find. Okay. We're going. Is supernatural ball being supernatural beings partying, or some normal people dressed like supernatural beings? Without knowledge that supernatural is real. So, are you a werewolf or you are just dressed like one? Whoa, is that a dead werewolf, Katarina? It looks like he's been strangled. Wait, you're right. That's Ronnie Hawk. He hosts that paranormal Trendwich show, The Phantom Zone. That's just a werewolf costume. Oh no. Well, he seemed like a cool guy the last time we met him. So, Enosan was right, he's just wearing a werewolf outfit. Whoever killed Ronnie waited until this ballroom was deserted. But I see you already found some clues. Those rocket pieces look like one of Ronnie's devices. Let's put that back together and see if we can get it working. Smart thinking, Katarina. The photo booth should have pictures of the other party guests on it, people who might know what happened here. See if you can get past that camera's password. A guy like Ronnie with all his supernatural connections might have helped us track down Ratchet. Instead, we need to track down his killer. So it's just people dressed up as supernatural creatures. What happened to you, Ron? We can call you a colleague even. Ronnie Haas's murder is a harsh reminder of how dangerous supernatural life can be, Katarina. It's sobering to think that even a paranormal vlogger can end up murdered, let alone supernatural hunters like us. That's true, Ben, and if we don't find the final key to the Demon Queen's cage, our world will be a lot more dangerous. She and her army of demons will be strong enough to breach the barrier between Earth and the Netherworld to plunder the life force of this planet. But first, we have a murder to solve. Did you find anything examining Ronnie Hawks' body? As you already figured out, the victim was strangled. Unfortunately, the killer left no fingerprints behind. And it's clear Ronnie didn't go down without a fight. How can you tell? For one thing, part of the victim's costume was torn, which might have happened during the murder. But more reportedly, something was gripped tightly in Ronnie's hand, half an entry ticket for one of those Niagara Falls boat tours. Clutching at 80 for dear life, Ronnie must have torn half the ticket from the killer. Which means our hero recently took a Niagara Falls boat tour. They'll learn pretty soon that this isn't a pleasure cruise. Let's unlock the photo booth now. And the last picture shows what? Now that we have access to this photo booth camera, we can search for some of the Ronnie Hawks' fellow party guests. Look at this photo, Katerina. That's the victim, together with Bathsheba. She's a crazy vampire with a soft spot for Bigfoot and chupacabras. Oh. Crazy or not, somebody spoke to Ronnie Hawk this evening. So let's go find Bathsheba. And why are you dressed like Gwen? Maybe it's a good thing Gwen is with us now. Anyway, let's restore. Yeah, I think that's the radio thing that Ronnie always had with him. Probably for camera. You're right, Katerina. This is definitely one of Ronnie Hawks' gadgets. What do you think it's used for? Maybe to turn on the camera? Luckily for us, we have a tech expert. Let's send this device to Hope. Okay. Okay, let's go to Bathsheba. Why do you have... Well, first of all, why are you dressed as Gwen? Why do you have a steak? And how are you not... And why do you have garlic around you if you hate it? Katerina, you're invited to this party too? Look, I'm dressed like your partner, Gwenny. This isn't like Daddy Aculus's boring vampire ball. I get to dress up and hunt all the ghosties and goblins. The garlic is fake, of course, but this wooden steak is totes real. Then be careful around it. Okay, this is all very interesting. But we wanted to ask you about this photo. Ronnie Hawk's been murdered. What? Wolfie is dead? He said his name was Hawk, but I know a werewolf when I see one. Furry and fluffy, just like Biggie Footy and Choopy. Did you see you running with anyone else at the ball? No, but he said he'd park his van out front. I guess that's something, Katerina. We better go outside and search that van. Okay. Alright, let's search Ronnie's van. FBI tracker. What? Madison or somebody else has been here. shelf of vials. Why do you have that? And look at his van. He's already up to record any kind of ghost. He could also use his van for an apocalypse survival, which might come if we don't succeed. So this van is how Ronnie Hawk crisscrossed the country filming segments for the Phantom Zone, Katarina. He's almost got as much equipment as we do in our trailers. Yeah. Check out these vials, Katarina. Dragon's claws, mermaid's scales. I wonder what Ronnie was doing with this. You're right, there's a note. Ronnie, I'll get you more of these next week. Oh. Whoever left this door clearly knew the victim. Let's try to match that handwriting to our records. And that device stuck to the victim's van has the FBI insignia on it, Katarina. Do you think Ronnie Hawk was being tracked for some reason? Only one way to find out. Let's decrypt that password. Well, seeing what Ronnie was doing, no wonder FBI was tracking him. God damn it. Oh, and we know him as well. And you are dressed like a demon. The note you found with those glass files was written by a certain Ratchet, Katarina. We already met him as well. You've met this guy before, Katarina. That's right, he was the Alcatraz security guard who allowed Xander to do what werewolves do in private. What's he doing at the supernatural ball in Niagara Falls? Let's head back inside and ask Mr. Pratt. Okay, let's unlock the FBI tracker now. And the number on this tracking device looks like an agent ID number, Katarina. But it's definitely not George Matheson says. Oh, it's not him? But speaking of which, maybe Matheson knows who this tracker belongs to. I'll just get him on the phone and... Hello, Agent Matheson speaking. Hi, Agent Matheson. It's Luke Fernandez and Katarina here. We were hoping you could track down an FBI agent number for us. Always happy to assist, Katarina. What's the number? 992184970. Ah, that number belongs to Agent Bucky Johnson. Officially, he's retired, but he often does consulting work for the Bureau. Wait a minute! Thanks, Agent Matheson. Come on, Katarina. Let's find out why Bucky Johnson was tracking the victim. We know him. We met him already in New York in 1960s. So everybody we know are here, not just from Supernatural Investigations, but also from other games, criminal case games. Yeah, hello. Don't freak out, Katarina. It's just a demon costume. Great. If you knew the half of what we know about demons, you'd be on edge too. You guys do sound stressed. You didn't even get a costume. We're actually here looking into the murder of one of the party guests, Ronnie Hawk. Ronnie's dead? Oh no. How do you know him? The last time we met, you were a security guard on Alcatraz. Squeezing money out of those werewolves made me realize there was a fortune to be made selling certain desirable items to supernatural creatures. Blood for vampires, ingredients for witches' potions, bat venom. It might not all be legal, but I'm just making a bit of money. I'm not hurting anyone. Anyway, I saw Ryan's Trendwich show and figured he'd be a good contact to hook me up with supernatural customers. So he did, for a small finder's fee. Now, if you're done here, I want to get back out on the dance floor. Okay. Okay, let's go to Bucky now. You don't know me, we never met. You only just met somebody who looks like me in 1960s. Excuse us, Agent Johnson. We wanted to speak with you about the murder of Ronnie Hawk. Matthew told me you might make contact. You must be Katarina. That's right. Is it true the FBI was tracking Mr. Hawk? Well, I don't want to alarm you, but back in the 1960s, I worked a few cases involving suspected time travelers. I don't know anything about this. It's part of my interest in the supernatural, so I transferred to the Bureau's Paranormal Division. Highly classified cases, top-level security. What does that have to do with Ronnie Hawk? Mr. Hawk has always been on my radar. Anywhere that Ronnie went, unexplained activity was certain to follow. Events like tonight's Supernatural Ball are hotbeds for paranormal activity. And clearly something out of the ordinary happened since Mr. Hawk ended up dead. He was just strangled. Do you have any idea who might have done it? No. And I've been asked by Agent Matson to give you some breathing room to investigate, so the case is all yours. Okay. What's this device of yours supposed to do, Ronnie? This device is beyond cool, Katarina. If you find any more Ronnie Hawk's equipment, feel free to let me see them. Why so enthusiastic, Hope? Has it got anything to do with Ronnie's murder? I can answer that, dudes. This is an aurographic camera. Rather than a simple recording images, it captures the spiritual auras that resonate from beings and objects. Oh. Kinda like supernatural X-rays. But how does that help us solve this case? Because the last aurograph captured by this device before it was broken was of the killer. Or something the killer was holding at least. Just before this device fell to the floor and was stomped on by the killer, it snapped an image of the killer's cocktail glass. Oh. For the resonance frequency of the aura, the beverage was a mixture of vodka, lemon juice, citrus liqueur, and ginger ale. A popular cocktail called a Niagara Falls. Heh. Now, Biz says there was no alcohol in the victim's system, which means that we are looking for a killer who enjoys Niagara Falls cocktails. That's far from a smoking gun, but a clue is a clue. Niagara Falls has a history of being a focal point of our paranormal activity, Katarina. But instead of finding a new lead on Ratchet, also known as the Pilgrim, we stumbled upon the strangled body of Ronnie Hawk. The FBI's paranormal consultant, Bucky Johnson, wasn't at the party itself. He's been tailing the victim for months to monitor supernatural activity. Security guard turned supernatural products dealer Rich Pratt had business dealings with Ronnie. While Bathsheba, another blast from the past, seemed too preoccupied with her Gwen costume to notice anything. As cases go, this has been an odd start. Why don't we Katarina, I found a new lead on your case. I was looking at Ronnie Hawk's buzzer feed and noticed the last post he uploaded before he was killed. Apparently he was on top of the falls earlier today, preparing to jump off. What? Why? Alright, we're gonna stop here, we're gonna continue playing in chapter 2. So, thank you for watching, don't leave a like to this video, and I'll see you again. Goodbye!